Hello learners, in this video we will cover definition of a matrix and types of matrix. Definition. A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers arranged in rows and columns enclosed by a pair of brackets and subject to certain rules of presentation. Characteristics of a matrix. It consists of some numbers of symbols. It consists of some rows and columns. It must be enclosed by some brackets. It must be subscripted by the magnitude of its order. It must be dominated by some capital letters. M cross n is the order of matrix in which m indicates the number of rows and n the number of columns contained in the matrix. Different types of matrix. Row matrix. Matrix that appears with one row only is called a row matrix. Column matrix. A matrix that appears with one column only is called a column matrix. Null or zero matrix. A matrix that consists of zeros only is called a null or zero matrix. This is usually denoted by the capital letter O, and it is also popularly known as null matrix. Singleton matrix. A matrix that comprises one element only is called a singleton matrix. Square matrix. A matrix that appears with equal number of rows and columns, that is m is equals to n, is called a square matrix. Diagonal matrix. A square matrix in which all the principal diagonal elements are non-zeros and all the other elements are zeros is called a diagonal matrix. Scalar matrix. A diagonal matrix in which all the leading diagonal elements are equal is called a scalar matrix. In other words, a square matrix in which all the elements except those in the main diagonal are zeros and all the leading diagonal elements are equal is called a scalar matrix. Identity or unity matrix. A square matrix in which all the leading diagonal elements are unity or 1 and all the other elements are zeros is called an identity or unity matrix. It is conventionally denoted by the capital letter I. Triangular matrix. A square matrix in which all the elements above or below the principal diagonal are zeros and the rest are non-zeros is called a triangular matrix. If the zero elements lie below the principal diagonal, it is called an upper triangular matrix, and if the zero elements lie below the principal diagonal, it is called a lower triangular matrix. Equal matrix. A matrix is said to be equal to another matrix if all its elements are equal to the corresponding elements of the said another matrix. Comparable matrices or equivalent matrix. A matrix is said to be comparable or equivalent to another matrix if the number of its rows and columns is equal to those of the other matrix. That is, m1 is equals to m2 and n1 is equals to n2. Submatrix. A matrix obtained by deleting some rows or some columns of a given matrix is called a submatrix. So we have studied matrices and its types. We will study algebra of matrices in the next lecture. Thank you.